everyone, and welcome to the Champlain Ice Forum for CTN's live coverage of girls high school hockey. Tonight's contest features two Northwest Suburban Conference teams, the Champlain Park Coon Rapids Fighting Bluebirds and the Blaine Bengals. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above the action, and Howie, two teams early in the season still looking to get a little bit of offense.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting because if we thought they faced a good goaltender at Buffalo, they're going to face an amazing goaltender in Haley Hansen tonight for the Bengals. So you're right. Both teams finding offense. The Bluebirds put 50 shots on goal last game. They're going to have to do a really good job again here tonight of getting shots on net. But now, more importantly, getting them into the back of the net.
Yeah, Hansen is part of the Hockey Hub's preseason dream team, if you will. So one of the better goaltenders in the state of Minnesota, just a junior, already committed to the Mavericks at Minnesota State Mankato. And it's not going to be easy to get by her. The Bengals coming off their first game of the season, overtime 2-1 overtime win over Osseo Park Center. Coon Rapids Champlain Park obviously coming off that 1-0 win over Buffalo, but just one goal in their first two games.
Yeah, a little surprising in that Blaine win that it had to go to overtime to beat Osseo Park Center.
The Bengals get the first possession off the opening draw, get it deep into the Bluebirds' end. Kylie Scott swinging it around the boards, coming down to pinch is Caitlin Ron, tied up in the corner. Bengals come away with possession, trying to get out front as Anderley lost the handle back behind the net. She's chased, reverses back for Ron. Ron had a goal and an assist in that 2-1 win. Terabeza with a steal that sends it back out to center. A quick regroup by the Bengals. Good pressure from Terabeza, dumps it in deep as the Bluebirds get a line change. Bengals trying to move. Long pass, Anderley down the left wing. Looking for assistance. That one played in behind the net. Brooke Del Castillo leaves it there. Played to the line, but kept in. And Kylie Scott will come out on the near side. Scott to center ice and dumps it in deep. She'll head off to complete the line change as Hansen leaves it behind the net. Bengals pounded up the boards. McKenzie trying to keep it. Will bring it back out to center instead. Leaves it back for Shelby Julian. Ahead to Emma Strauss. Gets it back into the zone. Macy Jansen behind her own net. Swings it around the boards. Held there momentarily by Briley Del Castillo. But Bengals able to get it out into center and all the way deep into the Bluebirds' end. Strauss pokes it up the boards. Scooped up there by Brooke Del Castillo. She gets the red line. Dumps it in. Another quick line change for the Bluebirds. Out from behind her own net is Macy Jansen. Moves it ahead. A pass from Bouch was behind the intended target. Regroup and a little fumble in the defensive end by Emily Nicholas. Good pressure brought by Shelby Sandberg. Played behind. Bengals able to come up with a steal out front. Good recovery there by Ketting. Shot from the point, turned away by Boucher. Played back out to the point again. Bengals trying to regroup. That was broken up by Julian, and the Bluebirds able to get it back out to center. Emma Olson now skating into the zone. She'll send one just wide on the left side. Bengals trying to break it right back out. Held at the line by Nicholas. Back behind the net. It's played by Brady. Up the boards, held in there by Brooklyn Johnson. Brady trying to leave it behind the net, didn't get a lot on it. Here's a chance, a backhand, a save, and a cover for Haley Hansen.
Molly Terabeza just really did a really nice job out front of the net, getting an opportunity there. Hansen got a piece of it, was able to bring it inside to force the faceoff to her right. The first good opportunity for the Bluebirds here early on this evening.
Face-off actually to Hansen's left. Brooke Johnson in the face-off dot against Graceland Knowles. Knowles able to win the draw back into the corner. Pressure brought. Good pass out front. A short angle shot from Terabeza, and Hansen there for the save again.
Hansen does a nice job of just cutting down the angle, making sure she stayed in front of the play. one of the keys that Coach Guider said, we just have to play really well in front of her.
Face-off one, back to the point, played across to Scott, back across. Shot through traffic and held again by Hansen.
That time that shot just came up into her chest and she grabbed a hold of it.
Well, and one of the things, talking to Coach Gutterman for the Bluebirds, he said, we need to get more traffic in front of the netminders. We need to take away their eyes. And he wants to see more blue line players taking shots all the way. And here we're going to see our first penalty. It's going to be Brooklyn Johnson going for a trip. And the Bengals going to go on an early power play.
An opportunity for the Bengals to see what they have now on the power play here. 13:46 remaining in period number 1. No score. Yeah, Coach Gutterman said, 50 shots on goal is great, but we should get more than one goal. And, that's what they want to make sure they try and accomplish here tonight, Joe.
Sandberg in the faceoff top for the Bengals, able to win it back to the point. Ron will send it back in deep for Sandberg. Sandberg pressured in the corner by Milton. Milton jams at it, but it's dug free by Knowles. Knowles goes crashing into the boards, played to the line, but kept in. And a big block by Bolander sends it all the way back to the other end. We saw Kennedy Bolander nearly score shorthanded in that game against Rogers on a similar play, blocked a shot at the point, and then was able to spring herself on a breakaway. Bengals through center. Shelby Sandberg cuts across top of the circles. That shot deflected up and over the net. Down low, played right back out of the zone by the Bluebirds.
Yeah, Bluebirds trying to stave off this penalty and not allow Blaine to get any offensive looks.
Briley Del Castillo able to get it back out to center again. That pass didn't click. Regathered by Maddie Anderle. Played it across, broken up by Strauss. A shot, and the save by Hansen. Played it right back off of her, nearly able to play it off the goaltender's back and into the net. Good play by Strauss, nearly getting shorthanded, and that's going to be offside. Good play at the line by the Bluebirds defense.
Yeah, just a strong play by Strauss just to stay in front of the puck, grab it, and make sure it stayed down in the Bengal end. And as you mentioned, good chance for her. As so far the Bluebirds out shooting the Bengals 3-1 early on.
Win the draw, the clear attempt, glove down at center by Isabella Brady. And now chopped into the zone by Ron. Can't get past Lily McKenzie, and now played back in deep by Ron. Ron behind the net. Trying to swing it out front. That was broken up. Strauss can't get to it. That shot deflected up and over the net. Pinching defense, but still the clear by Shelby Julian all the way down, and that should just about do it for the Blaine power play. No shots on goal with the advantage, and a great step up right there, and that's a terrible call because that puck did not come across the blue line. And for a referee that is on the other side of the red line to call that offsides is really kind of sad, but I digress.
How do you really feel, Joe?
Well, that puck did not come out of the zone. That was a great step up.
It was an easy read from
by
up here.
Brianna Qualley. And when you're 30 feet outside the zone, you can't really make that call, even though you're the one that was out of position. Here's a chance for Bolander. Shot kicked away by Hansen.
Well, the Bluebirds getting pressure early on here, and Hansen's made a couple of nice saves so far.
Nicholas able to send it back in deep. Jansen behind her own net, reverses course. Up the boards for Anderson. Anderson banks it along and all the way down. Icing's going to be waved off. The puck's going to run out of steam. Good job getting position by Terabeza. Got it to Scott. Scott tried to get it back behind. Now Nicholas sends it ahead. Bolander shovels it out on the backhand. Into her own end is Jansen. Jansen chased by her opposite number in Molly Terabeza. Quick shout out to Nick Terabeza, her older brother, who's watching from Madison, Wisconsin, where he's attending school as a Badger. A shot and a goal! goal for Caveman.
It looked like Boucher was a little bit screened there. Couldn't see that shot coming through, and it did find the back of the net. The Bengals are going to draw first blood, just their second shot of the game.
And Caitlin Ron picking up her second goal of the season. As I mentioned, she had
an assist as well.
A goal and an assist in that 2-1 win. Yep. And I just realized that I was supposed to be starting the clock and hadn't started the whole time. Another chance for the Bengals coming in, a centering pass, nobody there. And that is taken away. Eventually I'll get the clock set to where it needs to be.
So the Bluebirds looking to try and get some momentum here now that the Bengals able to score.
Well, the Bluebirds had the momentum up until that point. A chance and a save in the chest, but the rebound lost, turning and shooting, and in the traffic. That puck still not covered. Bluebirds trying to help their goalie cover and never got it, but they did get the whistle.
Oh, look, got a little chippy there in front of the net as well. One of the Bengals took offense for a little push by the Bluebirds and took a chop at her skate, but the officials did not see that. They had the backs to her.
And Sammy Boucher made the save with her chest, and she had it and then lost it. And the Bluebirds very lucky because Shelby Sandberg turned and shot into all that traffic, just not able to find a hole. And now our clock is relatively close.
That's good. Yeah, I think you're right on. You're right on now.
This one played in deep by Abby Ness. She'll then give chase. Jansen trying to reverse. Got it past her. Then a stop. Trying to pull it out front was Tara Beza, but a good stick check by Hansen. This one tipped out of the zone. Icing waved off. First one there is going to be Shelby Sandberg in the offensive corner. Stopped up, pinned to the boards by Briley Del Castillo. Poked up along the boards, kept in by Jansen. Sandberg in the far corner, looking, plays it behind for Anderle. Anderle bumped off the puck. Scott comes away with it, able to sidestep a stick check. Skate to center. We'll get to the blue line and just send it in on Hansen, who easily guides it to the corner with the stick. Scott able to hold the blue line again and play it in deep. Behind her own net is Macy Jansen. Kept in at the line on the far side by Emily Nicholas. Bolander pressuring in the corner. McKenzie, a backhand that misses wide, able to recover back on the near side, out to the point for Julian, across to Nicholas. Nicholas shoots, deflected, and a goal! And this one is all tied up. I don't know if it was a Bluebird stick or a Bengal stick, but that puck changed direction out front.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't see that replay, but it definitely changed directions. I couldn't see either. There are a lot of sticks in there. Nonetheless, the Bluebirds able to tie it up. 8:05 remaining in this opening period.
Well, the way they reacted and hugged Emily Nicholas, I'm going to guess that went off a Blaine player. And we'll just have to wait to hear who they award the goal to. But this one is tied midway through the first period. Shelby Julian getting credit for the deflection.
Yeah, with
and that's not correct.
Yeah.
Actually, it's going to go the other way because Julian was playing at the other point and played it across. So I'm going to go with Nicholas with the goal and Julian with the assist. Not to contradict what they put on the official score, but since I know that Shelby's the one who passed it, held the blue line and passed it across. I'm going to go with it was not her that got in the slot and deflected.
Correct.
The shot. I'm sure she's quick, but I don't think she's quite that quick. Kept in at the blue line again by Ron. Ron leaves it for Sandberg. Sandberg had it taken away by Julian, who just fires it back out to center. And this one's not going to have enough legs to become an icing either. And good pressure provided all the way to the corner by Qualley. Ties up along the back board with Isabella Brady. Bengals able to break it out. That one hopped over the stick of Brady. Centering pass taken away by Milton. Played back out to center. Ketting tried to dump it deep, not able to do so. Bengals able to play it into the Bluebird end. Here comes Kylie Scott. Able to skate through center into the Bengals zone. Around a stick check, looking to center, but nobody home in a white jersey. Good job by Brooke Johnson to step up and force a turnover, but unable to do anything with it. Held at the blue line by Bri Del Castillo.
Now Bluebirds started. Now that goal has kind of given them a little bit of the fire that they had early in this period.
Bouch able to bank it off the boards out to center. Graceland Knowles into the offensive end for the Bengals. Will take it behind on the backhand. Plays it out to the blue line. Comes across for Ron. Ron steps in. Wrist shot and a goal. She's got her second of the game.
Well, that was a beautiful goal. She did a really nice job of making a move
that
around
was
the
Macy
defender
Jansen.
and stepping in and taking the shot. And Macy Jansen did a really nice job in there getting the goal. All of a sudden, now it's 2-1 in favor of the Bengals with 5:47 remaining in the opening period.
Strauss able to dump this one back in deep. And two teams we talked about that are really struggling for offense, and we've seen plenty of offense. Here's Bolander. She answers quickly.
Yeah, struggling for offense. It doesn't look like so far tonight. 2 goals scored by each squad. That was just a nice job by Kennedy Bolander just to take that puck and step in front of the net and push it past Hansen.
That's the sniper right there.
Yep.
She got to a good part of the ice. You can't let good shooters get to good spots. She made them pay. That was no chance for Hansen.
Nope.
That was just under the crossbar. And we got a little discussion about who to award this to, I'm guessing. But it was Kennedy Bolander getting her first of the season, and we've got a 2-2 game. And I got to update that on the scoreboard. We're going to get the scoreboard thing figured out eventually.
by the third period.
Maybe,
yeah. All right, I think we have it fish out. Now the officials can talk to both coaches, or to Coach Guider anyway.
Oh, and they adjusted the clock, so I'm not sure that's what the discussion must have been about.
Yep.
Either way, it's 2-2, a little more than 5 minutes left. Well,
CPCR goal scored by number 11, Kennedy Bolander.
Centering attempt broken up, and the Bengals coming to center with numbers. Played along by Sandberg, regathers it, tipped away by Kylie Scott. Bolander right back the other way. Bolander hard down the left wing. She'll take another shot up high. This one Hansen will hold on to, but she dropped it as well and got the whistle though.
Well, both teams being aggressive here early in the first period, or as the first period progresses. with 4:33 left. We're tied at 2. 7 shots for the Bluebirds, 5 for the Bengals.
Face off to the right of Hansen. This one fired off the end boards by Milton. The centering pass. Terabeza whacking at it, still loose. Milton came down and unable to hold at the line was Julian, and not sure how that's offside because the attacking team never touched it in the offensive zone, but
again, you digress.
It's my first time watching this game, so I'm not sure how you play it, but usually,
what's that, round ball?
Usually you kind of let it go until the attacking team either continues to pressure or the defending team is able to break out, which they were about to do. Anyway. Bengals back on the attack. Good poke check by Julian. Along the near boards. Out to the point. Shot by Jansen. Kicked away by Boucher. Hard off the glass. Another shot by Jansen. Another save by Boucher. Julian continues to jam it up the boards. Brooklyn Johnson can't get past the stick check to Sandberg. A shot, the save, and the cover. And I don't know that she really had that.
No, I thought I
secured.
saw the puck drop down, but they blew the whistle awfully quickly.
Bengals able to pull it back to the point. Played in deep by Dean. A shot off the side of the net and up out of play.
So an interesting first period already, Joe, where two teams looking for offense. They found it.
Bengals win the draw again. A shot and another pad save by Boucher. Bluebirds able to play it out to center. A collision. No call coming. The Bengals regroup. This one dumped in deep by Anderle. Behind her own net is Bride Del Castillo. Leaves it for Scott. Scott let it get away from her a little bit. Anderle tips it back into the corner. Good pressure from Sandberg. Swept up the boards, but held in there by Brady. Battle along the boards continues. Kept in by Sandberg. Got it ahead to Anderle, and now played right back out by Brooke Del Castillo. Sent right back in deep by Isabel Brady. Kylie Scott will try to go coast to coast again. Takes the shot right into the glove of Hansen. She'll hold on for another faceoff.
Yeah, again, just pushing pucks at the net, hoping things will happen. Kylie Scott from a little ways out with the shot, an easy glove save by Hansen to force that faceoff.
Bluebirds able to win the draw, but good pressure from the Bengals, able to force it out. Grace Botch down the left wing. Pressured there by Emily Nicholas in the corner. Nicholas able to pry the puck away, get it to Kennedy Bolander. Her pass just out of the reach of Strauss, but Strauss able to catch up with it off the boards and pressure along all the way in deep. Goal to Bengals. They'll work it back up the near side. Lily McKenzie can't hold it at the blue line. The Bengals able to force it back to the Bluebird end. Under 2 minutes remaining in this opening period. We're all tied at 2. Bolander had her pocket picked. Nicholas able to recover the puck for the home team. Then reverse. Bolander along the boards trying to jam it ahead and does. Lily McKenzie into the zone. She'll shoot through a bit of a screen and another save by Hansen. Another face-off in the Bengal end.
Yeah, not a lot on that shot, and Hansen able to make sure she brought the glove on it.
Oh, and I like that. I like that thought.
Yep.
You had the defender as a screen, shoot through it. Hope the goaltender doesn't quite see it. You always like those offensive zone face-offs. Centering attempt went off the back of the net for Tara Beza, recovered by Macy Jansen. She gets it ahead to Sandberg, and now Anderle down the left wing. Anderle tried to center. That was broken up. Tara Beza able to sweep it out to center and skates in. Her shot deflected, going wide. Now tries to jam it in from a short angle, and the hold by Hansen.
Well, good hustle by Tara Beza after that first shot. She came in and put a shot in on Hansen. A dozen shots on net so far for the Bluebirds here in period number 1.
Another face-off win for Blaine. Sent around. Deep pinch and a good hold. Here's a chance. Tara Beza across. Johnson a shot and the save by Hansen.
Oh, great pass. Good opportunity there for the Bluebirds.
Well, and if Johnson sees it, she goes right back to
Yep.
Tara Beza. Tara Beza's got a wide open goal. This one's going to be offside. I don't mind the thought of putting it on net, certainly, but, with that, they essentially had a 2-on-0. If she puts that right back, Hansen would have had no opportunity whatsoever. Boucher will stick this one into the corner. Julian behind, out of the reach of Briley Del Castillo. Poked at. Del Castillo, fans on the... but gets it along now. Good thought there by Katie, but Bengals on the attack. That shot just misses. Anderle trying to bring it back out front. Cleared away by Qualley. That shot deflected and just goes wide. Last 2 seconds. And the buzzer will sound before that gets to the net. And we are going to go to the first intermission in a 2-2 tie with the Bluebirds holding the advantage on the shot board 13-8.
Yeah, and it was an interesting back and forth first period. So we'll see how the teams adjust here between periods and what period number 2 has in store for these two squads.
Well, we will take a break and have much more from the forum after this. You're watching CTN's live webcast of girls high school hockey. back at the ice for him, just about ready to get the second period underway. An entertaining first period. The Bengals scored they scored twice, as did the Bluebirds, but each time the Bengals scored, the Bluebirds answered. There was a period of about 90 seconds there after the first goal, and there was only 20 seconds between Blaine's second goal and Kennedy Bolander's answered.
Yeah, it was a very entertaining first period. The Bluebirds out shooting the Bengals 13-8 to start this second period, and I think we'll see a lot of the same, Joe. We'll see a little more of that back and forth. Certainly Haley Hansen is an excellent goaltender for the Bengals, and the Bluebirds able to put a couple pucks behind her.
Well, and the Bengals, to their credit, have brought some good pressure. Coon Rapids, Champlain Park definitely has an edge on the shot board, but the Bengals have brought really good pressure, and they have broken out really effectively, and they have come into the zone with speed and with possession. They're not dumping and chasing. They're coming in with possession. They're looking to pass. Both teams really have done that really well. But an entertaining first period, and this is anybody's game, and another 34 minutes of regulation to go.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun as this second period. They're about to drop the puck, and Coach Geider said, we played well in our first contest. We just didn't score enough, and we got shots on goal. We had opportunities, but we didn't put the puck in the back of the net, and they were hoping to do that here tonight against the Bluebirds, and they have so far with a couple of goals.
Well, we dropped the puck, but the Bluebirds weren't fully off the ice, and we have zeros on the clock, so they've got to... There we go. A little bit of a false start on our officiating crew, and now we're underway.
They can always be on the same page.
Bengals again able to win that draw at center ice and get the puck into the Bluebirds' end early. Kylie Scott racing up the left wing from the faceoff dot right into the glove of Haley Hansen, and we'll have a faceoff in the Bengal end.
Kylie used her speed to get around the corner and then just push that shot towards Hansen. Easy save for the goaltender.
Another face-off win for Blaine. Moved ahead for Maya Anderson. Anderson got it to Sandberg. Tried to get it back to Anderson. She has it taken away, and Sandberg goes down in a heap in the corner along with Nola Milton. Puck comes loose to Kylie Scott. Scott between a couple of Bengals. This one fired around by Brooklyn Johnson. Held in at the line by Caitlin Rom. Ron crashing down. A little give and go, but pass was in her skates. Kick to the corner. Abby Ness sending it back in behind. Scott sidesteps the stick check. Gets it across for Ness. Ness to the red line. Dumps it in. Bluebirds will get a line change. Hansen will leave it behind her own net. Ron ahead on the near boards for Cameron Singh. Singh had it stripped by Bolander. Bolander gets it back to Briley Del Castillo, and she plays it ahead and down. Emma Strauss out of the corner trying to center. That was deflected, went off the back of the net. Played up the boards. Julian trying to hold. Gets help from Lily McKenzie, and now played behind the net by Knowles. Knowles' pass bounces away from Jansen and then sent right back in deep. Ron played it off the boards, didn't get the angle she wants. Here's Bolander trying to toe drag, and the puck kind of stuck a little bit. Played off the boards, held in by Briley Del Castillo. McKenzie to the forehand, shoots, kicked away by Hansen.
She did a good job of getting something on that shot as she was going to her knees.
Short angle shot, turned away by Hansen, recovered again by McKenzie behind the net. She's pinned to the end boards, played out to the line, held in there. Julian's shot redirected out front, but just wide for Qualley. This one deflects away from Sandberg. Julian tracks her down the boards. Those two tie up. Support comes, played off the boards and out. 2-on-1 developing. It got away from Brooke Del Castillo. chopped off her stick by Kendall Dean. Left in the corner. Played again up the boards. And now letting it get too far away was Anderson, but then she got it right back and now attacks in the zone. Spins on her backhand, centering pass, taken away by Kylie Scott. Scott looks to skate to center. Gets it to the red line, dumps it in deep as she takes a bump. Behind the net, Macy Jansen poked away by Tara Basil, but then played the length of the ice, and that'll be icing and a face-off back in the Bengal end.
Yeah, the Bengals trying to clear that puck out of their zone, and just a little bit too much on it. Now that's going to bring that puck back into their own zone, and Bluebirds
They had
looking to see
Grace
what they can do.
Bouch up out of the zone. They were trying to spring him on it and create an odd man rush, but it was just out of her reach. Swung up the boards. Bouch had it poked away by Scott. Play continues, bumping, shoving, bodies hitting the ice. Played back in deep by Abby Ness. This one played up the near side. Nicholas keeps it in, sends it deep. Ness trying to center. That was stopped up by Jansen. Nicholas can't hold along the boards. Johnson can't keep it in the zone either. Bengals will go cross ice. Bouch into the zone. Had it kicked off her stick by Abby Ness. Jumping on it is Shelby Sandberg. She's pinched off along the boards by Scott. Collision in the corner, and the Bengals able to send it back in. Brooke Johnson behind her own net. Trying to get around Bouch and does. Gets it out to center ice. Turned right back in and then poked right back out by Nicholas. And here's Tara Beza. Has Johnson with her. She'll take the shot this time. The glove save and the hold.
Yeah, the Bluebirds had an opportunity, but she took that shot. Tara Beza took that shot, and the gloves, as you mentioned, that glove save by Hansen.
Face off to the left of Hansen. Tied up. Tipped into the corner. McKenzie goes hard into the boards. Kept in at the near blue line by Milton. McKenzie trying to center. Backhand attempt went right through the blue paint. And out pushed out to center by the Bengals, and they've got numbers. Sandberg cutting, shoots, save, and the hold for Sammy Boucher.
Yeah, right into the midsection of Sammy Boucher. She makes the save and covers up. Want to give a big shout out to the crew up in North Branch. Karen, Lori, Matt, Mindy, Annabelle, and Amelia watching this evening. Hope you're enjoying the game.
Shot from the point, a redirected shot kicked away by Boucher.
Almost a great opportunity for the Bengals.
Bolander can't sweep it out of the zone. Hammered out now by Milton. Comes near side. Ron walking in, but she's offside.
.46 remaining in this second period. We're still knotted up at 2. 4 shots for the Bluebirds, 2 shots for the Bengals so far here in period number 2.
Kylie Scott looks ahead. That pass just out of the reach of Semling, and that'll be icing.
Yeah, that time coming back to the Bluebird end.
Kylie Scott will carry behind her own net and look for room up the left wing. Into the zone and offside.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Kylie Scott had a steam coming up that left side.
Briley Del Castillo plays it in deep. Qualley trying to get there, played to the line, kept in by Scott. Brooke Del Castillo out of the corner. Out to the point for Scott. Walking to the center, her shot is blocked by Bouch. And back out to center it comes. Briley Del Castillo sweeps it across for Scott. Scott will circle into the corner and move it ahead for Semling. Her pass deflected, or not deflected, and just ends up going the length of the ice for an icing.
Yeah, I think she thought she was going to have a teammate spring for a nice pass, but not there. And the action will come back to the Bluebird end.
Tie up off the faceoff, kick to the corner. Julian there for the Bluebirds. Julian looking to go up the middle. Brooke Johnson knocked off the puck, no call. Back into the zone comes Sandberg. Sandberg centering, that was deflected away by Julian. Terabeza looking to headman, just out of the reach of Abby Ness. A race to the other end, but another icing.
Yeah, again, trying to spring that player for an advantage, and pass again a little bit too much on it. And that face-off again will come back down to the Bluebird end.
Sandberg and Johnson in the face-off dot. Bluebirds able to win the draw. Johnson behind her own net, protecting the puck on her backhand, pushes it along. Sent out to center by Abby Ness. Bengals able to get the turnover and send it right back in deep. Emily Nicholas had it skip off her stick. Maya Anderson trying to get it out to the point. And here's an opportunity as a Bengal player fell, dropped off. Terabeza waits, shoots. Blocker saved by Hansen.
And Hansen does a nice job of staying with it and seeing that puck.
Anderson dumps it off the boards. She'll get a line change. Not enough on it for icing. Julian ahead. Johnson couldn't handle the pass. Stolen right back by Terabeza. Nice spin to keep control. Dumps it in on the backhand, and the Bluebirds get a line change. Behind the net is Jansen. Jansen will skate with it up the left wing. Into the zone. Goes through a couple. She gets tripped up, draws the penalty, net comes off, and the Bengals will get their second power play of the evening.
Yeah, again, Kylie Scott's going to take a seat in the sin bin as the Bluebirds are going to skate players short. A good opportunity here for Blaine. They couldn't capitalize on their first opportunity, but see what they can do here on number 2.
Did not have a shot on goal in the first power play back in the first period. And the Bluebirds like to be aggressive.
Yes, they do.
Shorthanded. Off the draw. Briley Del Castillo can't get it out. Jansen, a shot from the point, deflected and just misses wide. This one is played out and back into the Bengals' end where Macy Johnson will recover. In front of her own net, pressured by Kennedy Bolander, plays it around near side for Ron. Ron. And we are going to get a whistle. I didn't see the arm go up on the official deep in the zone, but the ref behind the play does call it, and the right call, and we're going to see captains for both teams in the bin. And that was a great anticipation by Lily McKenzie. Was right there, was about to get the steal.
Yep.
And that erases the power play opportunity. We'll play 4-on-4 for 92 seconds.
I think we got everybody ready to go. Nope. One more change.
Faceoff is won by Bolander, but splits the Bluebird defenders all the way back to the Champlain Park Coon Rapids end. Tie up in the corner. Sandberg comes and collects the puck. Sandberg setting up. We'll leave it there for Jansen. Jansen steps in, nearly had her pocket picked. Now trying to center and right between all of her teammates, and it'll go all the way back the other way. Lily McKenzie pressuring the puck. Anderley able to get it across, and now ahead for Macy Jansen. Gets it to Sandberg. Sandberg back to Jansen. Jansen into the zone. Had it knocked off her stick. Recollected. A shot turned away by the blocker of Sammy Boucher. Turned right back over, and Julian gets the center and had it taken away by Sandberg. Sandberg right back on the attack. And a stick save by Boucher. Clearing attempt doesn't get through. Scooped up by Abby Ness. Ness 2-on-2 has Terabeza with her. Her shot off the shin pads of Kendall Dean into the far corner. Bluebirds pressure with 2. Poked at, taken away by Abby Ness. Ness will sweep it back into the corner. Terabeza there to pressure, trying to center. That's broken up by Jansen. Her pass is off the skates of Maya Anderson. Anderson will skate it into the zone. Cuts back to her forehand, poked away by Brooke Johnson. The Bluebirds penalty is over, so a short power play as it's sent back in deep by Ellie Thompson.
Yeah, they'll get a short power play here, about 15 seconds right now.
Bolander ahead to Terabeza. Terabeza cross ice, skips off the stick of Johnson. Johnson deep into the corner, out front, and a goal!
Oh, what a pretty goal by Johnson. Boy, she just stepped in front of the goaltender and put it over her shoulder to give the Bluebirds a 3-2 lead. Boy, was that pretty, Joe Young.
100%. A great move. Takes the defender deep, pulls it back onto her forehand, goes top shelf, short side. They only had 30 seconds on the power play. It's all they needed. A power play goal puts them ahead. 3-2. And a face-off win, right back on the attack. Emma Strauss fires it just wide. Kylie Scott steps up, lost the handle, slides it out front. Bolander gets the takeaway and sent it back in deep. That one skips off the stick of Paige Nowicki into the zone. Scott will circle back to the corner. Has Strauss behind the defense. Strauss in a shot, and that just misses wide.
Yeah, good thought there, too. The guy able to get the pass to Strauss, and Emma had the opportunity, but she just couldn't get it on net.
Well, I think at the end of a shift there, and Briley Del Castillo swings it behind the net, ahead for Strauss again. She'll dump it in. She'll get that line change. Jansen from behind her own net, pressured, gets it ahead quickly, and here's Sandberg. Sandberg, she's got speed, takes the shot, and she answers.
Boy, a quick answer by the Bengals. Sandberg was doing a nice job. You said she had speed. She went around the defender and cranked the shot to that far corner. And we are tied up at 3. This has been a fun game so far. 5:42 remaining in the second period, all knotted up at 3.
A heavyweight fight so
Yes,
far.
absolutely.
Punch followed by counter punch. Just over a minute between those two. Here's a shot by Ness right into the midsection of Hansen, and that one she'll hold on to.
Boy, what a nice answer by the Bengals after the Bluebirds
And a lot
jumped
of
on
pretty
that lead.
goals.
Yes.
6 goals in the game, and almost all have been snipers top shelf. This one put right on by Terabeza, turned away by Hansen. Anderley pinched off along the boards by Terabeza. Sandberg there battling for it. Coming away with it is Shelby Julian. Julian can't dump it deep. It bounced right back onto her stick, though. Sweeps it behind the net on the backhand. Terabeza ties up along the boards. Bengals will bring it back near side. Maya Anderson had trouble controlling. That clearing attempt hit Ness right in the midsection. She dumps it in deep. Bluebirds will hustle off. Under 5 minutes remaining here in the second period. Don't pay attention to the clock on your screen because the guy in charge forgot to start it.
You have too much to do.
It's caught up.
You're good.
Tie up behind the Bengal net. Bolander pinch to the boards. Coming away with it is Strauss. Backhands out front. We're right between the wickets on Bolander. Nicholas will sweep it back into the corner. Nicholas again holding. Trying to center. Strauss comes away with it. Not a lot on that shot. Misses wide. Lily McKenzie challenging along the near boards. Able to push it back in deep. Centering attempt broken up. Jansen will start the rush for the Bengals. Out of the reach of Bolander, gets to the red line, dumps it in. Boucher can't stop it up behind her own net. Getting there first is Grace Chapman. Chapman gets some help, tied up along the boards. Sandberg right back in there. She tried to come out front. That was poked away by Boucher. Pass didn't click, kept in at the blue line. Short angle shot, the save by Boucher. Another shot, that misses wide. Played back out to the point. Jansen tried to get it back to Anderson. That was broken up, cleared the length. And we'll have an icing call and a face-off back in the Champlin Park Coon Rapids end with 3:06 on the clock.
Yeah, again, a lot of pressure put on by the Bengals here in the last couple minutes, and the Bluebirds just wanted to clear that pressure and push the puck the length of the ice to at least stop it up and get a change and bring it back down to their end.
Bengals win it back to the point. Jansen is shot off the top of the crossbar. A lot of traffic in front of Boucher. I don't know that she ever saw it. Just heard it ring off the iron. Turning within the corner is Milton. Milton tied up along the back end boards by Anderley. 4-player scrum. Puck kicked loose. Comes to Shelby Julian. Julian hard off the glass. And that was touched by Jansen, so no icing. Played back up the boards by the netminder, and this one sent the length of the ice. Icing waved off again. Julian will fire it around. Bengals fresh onto the ice. Able to pick that one up off the far boards. Play it back to the point. Jansen is shot. Stick saved by Hansen. Again, they'll go out to Jansen at the point. Jansen waits, now plays it down low, trying to center. That was broken up by Milton. Julian swings it around the boards. That took a funny bounce. Played to the line, kept in again by Jansen. That shot saved by Hansen. Again, Jansen, and fires just wide. And this one is going to go the length of the ice, but it was a carom off the missed shot, so no icing. Ron plays it off the near boards. That pass bounced off the stick of Knowles, recovered by the Bluebirds. Here's Kylie Scott. Scott into the zone. On her backhand. And then she lost an edge. Puck kept in by Briley Del Castillo. Got it down to Ness. That shot turned away by Hansen. Out front, a redirect and a huge glove save for Haley Hansen.
Oh, right.
A good redirect right in front of her.
Abby Ness with that beautiful.
But a better glove.
Yep. And that's the thing. You want to try and get the angles on her, but she was following that puck perfectly and able to make sure she gathered it in for the save.
Puck played around. Briley Del Castillo keeps it in. Bengals able to break it out. It bounces off the heel of the stick of Sandberg as we're under a minute to go here in the second period, all tied at 3. Forcing it deep is Anderson. Off the boards, Terabeza sweeps it back out to center. Sandberg turns it right around. Sandberg back to her forehand and had it poked away. Johnson can't control. Brooklyn Johnson trying to clear it through center, and the Bengals had that congested. Backdoor feed went off of Scott and just wide. Poked out by Terabeza. Terabeza with speed. Toe drag, shot, misses wide. Backhand, back behind the net, under 20 seconds remain.
Boy, that was close.
Brooklyn Johnson plays it to the net. Easy save by Hansen. And now the Bengals want to clear and do. Scott can't get past the stick check of Sandberg. 3 seconds, play it in and stick to the corner as the buzzer sounds by Haley Hansen. Another fast-paced period here in period number 2. This time it was Champlain Park Coon Rapids jumping to the 3-2 lead, and Blaine with the quick answer.
Yeah, it was a very entertaining period, and this has been an entertaining hockey game coming into this this contest so far, and it couldn't be closer. 3-3 after 2.
Well, we will take another break. We will be back with the third period after this. You're watching CTN's webcast of live girls high school hockey. back at the Champlin Ice Forum, just about ready to get the third period underway. All tied at 3 between the Champlin Park Coon Rapids Bluebirds and the Blaine Bengals. And it's been an entertaining first 2 periods. I expect another entertaining third period.
It really has. I mean, when one team scored, the other team's done a nice job of answering, and answering fairly quickly. So this third period is going to come down to, I think, a lot of the same. I think it's going to come down to the end. It's going to be, it's very well could be just that one goal contest to decide this winner.
Well, and coming in, I thought, there's a good chance that the team to score might be the team to win, because both teams kind of struggling for offense early in the year. Shelby Sandberg on the attack early in this third period, turned away by Boucher. Back the other way comes Brooklyn Johnson, flips it into the zone, gives chase, tries to center. That's broken up by Ron. Sandberg moves it ahead for Anderle. Anderle back to Sandberg, a shot. Saved and held by Boucher.
Well, nice setup. Not a lot on that shot, and Boucher was able to make a relatively easy save, but just a nice pass and right in front of the net and an opportunity for the Bengals.
Bluebirds able to win the draw. Lily McKenzie will carry behind her own end. Ahead for Bolander. Bolander back to McKenzie. McKenzie just flips it in. Stick to the corner by Hansen. Bluebirds jam it back in deep. Brady behind her own net. That pass turns Sandberg around out to center. Julian dumps it right back in. Caitlin Ron lost the handle a bit. Able to avoid the pressure from Bolander. Back into the corner. A little give and go. Ron flips it ahead. Kept at the line. Not kept at the line by McKenzie.
Yeah, again, just not able to keep it on sides.
Quickly on the attack was Ketting. Couldn't get anything on the shot. And back the other way come the Bengals. Grace Knowles trying to get around Scott into the corner. Scott continues to poke and press. Knowles lost her edges. No whistle. Scott turns it over out front, but nothing on the shot attempt from Bouch. And back the other way comes Ketting. Ketting into the zone is shot up high and gloved by Hansen.
Yeah, that shot was going up, but Hansen able just to make sure she grabbed it, which will force that face-off.
Face-off to the right of Haley Hansen. Won by the Bengals. Circling in the quarter is Jansen. Plays it hard off the boards and out. Icing waved off as the Bluebirds touched it. Shelby Julian back in her own end off the near boards for Brooklyn Johnson. Long pass ahead, and that is way offside.
Yeah, she knew it. She looked to the rafters, said, I knew I was offsides.
Bengals good passing back to Sandberg in the middle. Sandberg sets up on the mid-board. That pass just out of the reach of Vanderlee. Another centering attempt just across the top of the crease. Ron will push it back in deep. Anderle can't control. Played back up. Sandberg leaves it for Ron. Ron will dip back down low. And she's going to score on a really short angle. Just got it between the post and the knee of Sam Boucher.
Yeah,
and the Bengals have retaken the lead.
You're talking about just shooting into a small space. She's able to get it past Boucher. And as you mentioned, Bengals early on here in period number 3 take that 4-3 lead.
And now it's the second goal of the game for Caitlin.
Yep.
Ron? And we're going to get a change of netminder as Boucher replaced by the freshman Madeline Wastrel. Bengals quickly going to test the young netminder, and the save by Wastrel. Out to the point. Fired wide by Jansen. Pass out front, taken away by Scott. Scott getting on her horse. Through center, hacked at. Puck chopped off her stick, played back out to center, and here comes Sandberg. Sandberg's got the edge. Good stick by Briley Del Castillo, keeps her on the outside. This one's just going to be played the length of the ice by McKenzie. Icing waved off, though.
Looks like they got somebody on Blaine may have gotten a piece of it.
Bengals back out through center. Julian plays it back to center ice. Bengals send it back in deep. They had to tag up. Tie up in the far corner. Bausch comes away with it, and then she's tied up again. McKenzie whacks it ahead to Emma Strauss. Strauss can't get it past Jansen at the blue line. Jansen spun around and hits the ice, keeps control of the puck, then trips up McKenzie, but no call. Dumped in deep by Strauss. Hansen missed it behind her own net. Bluebirds bringing pressure. Bengals just trying to clear. Held at the line by Brooke Del Castillo. Del Castillo goes in deep. Looking for help. We'll leave it off. Centering attempt by Milton. And a close-in jam chance by Ketting, turned away by Hansen. Julian will play it back in low. Ketting behind her own net. Leaned on by Jansen. Puck recovered by Ava Parent. Leaves it for Ketting. Ketting leaned on now and taken to the ice by Caitlin Ron, but no call because apparently you can tackle in the sport of hockey.
Well, they give you one free tackle during each period.
I mean, I wouldn't want the job.
Nope.
But sometimes, I mean, when it's egregious.
Yeah, I mean, you got to.
And I like letting them play. I love that.
But if it's
when it's egregious and they tackle someone in the corner, especially when the puck's not there, maybe you should call that a penalty.
Yeah, I agree.
Shot from Scott is deflected and goes into the corner. Puck played back in deep. Bengals able to sweep it out to center, and here comes Sandberg again. Sandberg can't get around Brooklyn Johnson. Johnson behind her own net, plays it off the board for Terabeza. Terabeza chips it right back to her. 2-on-1. She's got Abby Ness with her. Shot off the blocker, glove down by Ness, but can't get the stick on it. Bengals just going to clear that one out in desperation. Nicholas fresh onto the ice, swings it across for Julian, ahead for Johnson. Tried to sweep it in. Here's Terabeza to carry in instead. Trying to stay out of the reach. Long defensive stick from Isabella Brady.
Yeah, Brady's got a long reach. She does a really nice job of
centering pass on the backhand Ness, and that was deflected. Good thought from Terabeza, just swept it through the slot, and unfortunately Ness on the backhand, not a lot on the shot. Ness off the boards, will chip it out to center. It'll go all the way down. Icing waved off as Jansen gets to it and skates behind her own net. Macy Jansen with speed all the way down. Rubbed off along the boards, but keeps control behind the net. Her pass off the back of the cage. Emma Strauss collects for the Bluebirds. Tried to play it ahead. That's kept in at the line. Bolander plays it off the boards. Hustling for it is Lily McKenzie. McKenzie trying to get around the corner. And unbelievable that you don't call that. And you're going to call something on the Bluebirds.
Unbelievable. That's crazy.
How in the world do you wear the stripes?
That's crazy. How do you not call that? That was an obvious boarding penalty.
That was an unbelievable non-call. I mean, hooking, high sticking, you could call it either. And Emma Strauss maybe should have been called for the retaliation, but how you
nonetheless-
don't call the original one
I don't
is
understand.
beyond me.
I don't understand.
I'm trying not to get on the official. It's a difficult job. I get it. I don't want your job. But how in the world do you, from 15 feet away, not make that call?
You have to make that
it's
call.
unbelievable.
You have to make that call. I mean, it was.
At some point, you got to be held accountable.
And now you
And the
now you put the
Bengals
Bluebirds
back on the power
I was
play.
going to say, now it's a tough situation, up by a goal with the Bengals being on the power play.
Well, and they have yet to get a shot on their power play.
Nonetheless, you still give them another opportunity to be on that power play.
And with the lead, it does definitely
exactly.
make things a little easier. No question of that. And I do apologize for getting on a little bit of a soapbox, but that was just absolutely awful. And it's the same official who made the non-call on the tackle just 2 minutes earlier.
Yep.
And I mean, if you're not going to call penalties that are clear penalties, then don't call penalties.
Don't call
at
any
all.
of them. Yeah, don't call any penalties.
And when someone gets hurt, then you will be the one that has to answer for it.
Right.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Collision right at the blue line. That shot off the crossbar and up and out of play.
Well,
And that's a good non-call.
That one you should.
Incidental
I
contact.
agree with you. They're both players ran into each other.
And there's some screams that it should have been offside, but I agree she wasn't offside
Nope.
either. Some saying maybe it should have been interference, but I didn't think that it was intentional. Could have been called, but as a blast from the point, misses wide. And again, we know we don't even pretend not to be homers, but I mean, that was just an absolutely terrible non-call along the end boards.
Yes, it was.
And I hope our official takes a look at the game film, critiques his own work, listens to what I say, and agrees that, you know what, I blew that one.
Well, obviously
Officials
they're
are
not perfect. No,
absolutely. They make mistakes.
Yep, absolutely.
But that
do.
one, I just don't understand how you
when
miss
it's
it.
right in front of you.
I don't understand.
Right.
I have no idea how you missed that call. But, again, a good kill for the Bluebirds. No shots on goal to this point into the final few seconds. Strauss out of the box. Tara Beza unfortunately didn't recognize it, or she could have sprung Strauss on a breakaway fresh from the box, but
7:54 remaining. We are remaining in this third period, and the Bengals with that 4-3 lead. We've seen this one seesaw back and forth, Joe. But the last couple of goals scored, they were answered quickly. The Bluebirds haven't been able to answer that fourth goal yet.
And I just finally put it on the board, so people watching are a little confused.
What are you talking about?
Unless they saw it. No replays, but hey, got a lot on my plate here. I've got refereeing to complain about.
Yes, you do.
This one poked behind the net by Qualley. Bengals recover. Good pressure coming from Brooke Del Castillo. Fired wide by Anderson. Qualley back behind for Briley Del Castillo. Long cross-ice pass. Read well, picked off by Nowicki. Nowicki tied up along the boards. Brooke Del Castillo will swing it around for Ketting. Ketting shovels it out on the backhand. Picked up by Brady. Can't get it out. Held in by Emma Strauss. Back behind the net goes Conkler. Bluebirds bringing some pressure. Force it back in deep. McKenzie can't control. Played to the line. Again, shoveled in by Bolander. Bengals will again try to break out up the boards. Finally able to get the pass ahead to Maddie Anderle. Anderle tracked into the zone and pinched along the boards. Shot from the point, turned away by Wastrel. Out to the point, a one-timer and a stick save by Wastrel. And here we're going to see a Blaine penalty.
Yes.
As McKenzie was tripped up behind the net.
Well, now an opportunity for the Bluebirds, trailing 4-3 with a little under 6 minutes remaining, to go on that power play, see if they can use that to their advantage and tie this one up.
Well, the Bluebirds able to capitalize on their one power play so far, and it was a short one. They only had about, I think it was 38 seconds.
Yep.
But they were able to get a goal with the advantage. That made it 3-2 at the time.
Blaine's number 17, Maddie Enderle, 2 minutes for tripping. 5:57 remaining in the third period.
Bengals able to play it off the glass, right back out of the zone. Kylie Scott run into. Both players hit the ice. And then it's dumped in deep by Grace Chapman. Left behind the net. Scott will turn to the near side. Side step, stick check attempt. Get to the red line and dump it in. Hanson leaves it behind her own net. Fired hard around the boards. Back out to center. Kylie Scott across for Molly Terabeza. Ahead, Brooklyn Johnson tipped it. Now kicks it ahead to herself. Johnson deep in the corner. Ridden off along that end board. Comes free, a backhand clear for the Bengals. And here,
Boy,
here
she
comes
quick.
Sandberg. Yeah, she has wheels. There's no doubt. Terabeza through center. That one deflects off the glove of Jansen. Jansen will recover behind her own net. And she will saucer it the length of the ice right on Wastrel. 30 seconds left in the advantage. Cross ice pass for the Bluebirds. Nobody there. Fired right back in by Jansen. Qualley trying to escape the pressure. Now passing and nobody home, and that's going to be icing. And just a power play that just has not found anything.
It didn't develop at all. 8 seconds remaining in it. And the action down in the Bluebird end.
Yeah, a couple of long passes that didn't click, and then the Bengals with good long clears. As we get down close to 4 minutes remaining, Emma Strauss skates to the corner and in behind. Penalty is over to Anderle. Back to even strength. Strauss leaves it in the corner. Del Castillo, one-timer for Strauss. A glove save.
Oh, nice thought. Nice feed to Strauss. The puck was bouncing a little bit, maybe, and
how did I just now notice that Haley Anderson is goofy-handed?
oh,
Just
that's
now
funny.
noticed.
Just now.
Full right, goofy-handed, backwards, right-handed, whatever you want to call it.
Goofy-handed.
That's what we always called it. Centering attempt, doesn't get through. This one glove down, and Anderle will skate with it to center for the Bengals. Into the Bluebird zone, tipped off her stick, going back the other way. Terabeza's pass a little too tight for Brooklyn Johnson. She'll recover off the far boards. Top of the circle's a shot that just misses wide. Anderle trying to turn and force it up the boards, and now hammered all the way down, and this will be icing. And a face-off back in the Bengal end.
Yeah, now opportunity for the Bluebirds here with 3:12 remaining and down in the Bengal end. See if they can get a little pressure in. Has been a little cold offensively here lately. Haven't had the shots on goal on net that they wanted here so far in this third period.
Oh, the Bengals holding the edge in shots in the third at 8-3. The only one that matters was what looked like to be a very innocent shot from a short angle, but it found the hole it needed to between the goaltender's knee and the post. And that is whistled for offside.
Well, this has been a fun one here so far, Joe. Bluebirds would like to continue on and tie this up. Time's running down.
Well, they're shortening the bench now and just trying to stick with those top two lines. Yep. Keep scorers on the ice. This one passed ahead. Strauss pokes it into the zone. Ron able to get to it in front of her. Ron circles, heads back out, and it's 4-on-2 at the line for the Bengals. That pass out of the reach of Ron, back up to Anderle. Anderle tried to sweep it back in. Recovered by Sandberg. Sandberg out front, looking for that short side mid shot again. This one from the point right into the midsection of Wastrel, and she'll hold on for the faceoff.
Yeah, not a lot on that. Easy save for Wastrel. She's able just to make sure she brings it in and forcing the faceoff.
Well, I tell you, Sandberg's been impressive, but for her to look for that short side goal at the knee again is pretty rare. I mean, you're not going to score that goal, but once, twice a year, you try and go right back there in the second for a second time in the same game.
If you can find that angle, more power to you. Bluebirds calling a timeout here with 2:09 remaining. Coach Gutterman trying to draw something up to see what he can do to design something to get his team to get it evened up.
And talk about when is the best time to get Wastrel to the bench for the extra attacker?
Yep. Of course, Coach Steve Geider saying the same kind of things. It's just that, we just got to close this out with 2:09 remaining.
Well, and their team has had some good jump in this third period. And even talking to the girls, they said one of their issues is that they have not been as fast, as sharp in third periods early in the season. Right. And, the conditioning is a big thing. Obviously, it will come. And you play for January, February, not for November.
Correct.
But, you'd like to, in close games, you have to be able to compete in the third period. And the third period, being a strong third period team is what can make the difference come the end of the year. Kylie Scott fires it off the boards and out. Right back in by Jansen. Under 2 minutes to go. Scott tied up, able to escape, comes away with the puck. Gets it ahead for Ness. It skips off her stick. Bengals turn it around. Bausch into the zone. Shoots it wide. Scott will sweep it in deep. They get Wastrel to the bench. Empty net for the Bluebirds. Terabeza can't keep it in. Scott able to wait and hold. Gets out front. A shot off the post.
Oh my. Right off the post.
Strauss battling from her knees. Centering attempt broken up. This one flung the length of the ice. It will miss wide. And it'll be icing with 57 seconds to go.
Boy, I wish we had replay to see that last one. You could hear the clang.
Yes, Kylie Scott did a nice job getting to a perfect shooting spot. She beat the netminder, but not the iron. Bengals able to win the draw. Ron tied up in the corner. Puck comes free to Sandberg. Knocked off her stick. Poked away. Turning with it. Terabeza. Her shot deflected and goes wide. Jansen trying to sweep it behind the net. Jansen with space. Gets to center. Fires and scores.
I wasn't sure that one was going in. I thought it was going to be just a tad bit wide, but again, with the empty net, she's able to step up, find a little space to clear, and she gets the goal.
Her second of the game, and the Bengals will seal the deal.
Yes.
And the Bengals, who went to overtime in their opener, able to gut out a
They had to get a goalie out.
strong third period to break open not really break open a close game, but to get a win in another close one. Sandberg tripped up, and there will be one more power play for the Bengals.
So with 25 seconds left, it'll be the skater advantage for the Bengals. Up 5-3.
When they draw the shot and the save by Wastrel. Puck poked to the corner by Scott. Gets it ahead. Brookdale Castillo can't get it out. That shot deflected up and out of play. And, Howie, we talk about it a lot. But go back to the state tournament teams for Coon Rapids.
Right.
Especially under Rob Potter, the team that was a state runner-up.
Yep.
What made the difference was how they played in third periods.
Correct.
They were an unbelievably good third period team.
They were.
And, this one came down to a third period. It was tied coming in, and the Bengals just outworked the Bluebirds in that final frame.
Yeah, they did. They definitely earned that victory because they came in that third period and they proved that they wanted it, and they did get it. Empty net goal aside, they played really well.
Well, and I think Coach Gutterman's got to be happy with the offensive effort. 3
Yep.
goals against one of the best goaltenders in the state of
Correct.
Minnesota. But at the end of the night, it goes down as a loss, and you have to take the positives and just hope that, if you see the girls in blue again, you have a better effort in the final frame.
Well, yeah, you take the positive because you've got a tough one coming up on Tuesday against Centennial Spring Lake Park that we'll be at, of course, and they're going to try and see if they can regroup and get a win on Tuesday night.
Yeah, the Centennial Spring Lake Park ranked 10th in the state in the first rankings of the new season, and regroup and get back to work. And they, like you said, we will be there, and a lot more season to go, obviously, but this is one that you had to feel like you were right in it. You had a really good chance, and you let it get away against a tough rival.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to get that win. You always want to get the win over your crosstown rival. And again, that just credit to the Bengals. They played a better third period than the Bluebirds did, and they came away with a victory.
And it comes down to that post hit by Kylie
Yes.
Scott in the final minute. 2 inches to the right, and it's a tie game.
It's a tie game, is correct.
But that's the way it will end, with the Blaine Bengals skating away as a 5-3 victor. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN for the entire crew, including Jeremy Smith taking care of the technical end. My man, Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying goodnight.